I keep hearing the excuse, but Smitty, no one will make this kind of trade in my league. Smitty, no one's going to trade me one of these players in my Dynasty league. Well, you know what? I'm not buying it, and here's why. Top 5 running back.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
You may have seen my Dynasty video where I talked about all of these guys right here. Evans, Mahomes, Kamara, Hopkins, all amazing buy lows in Dynasty and in redraft. McLaurin, Galladay, Singletary, Henderson, Juju. And while a lot of this hit home with people in redraft, I can't tell you how many questions, comments, and emails I got that were I like to call the "but Smitty, no one will make this trade in my league" excuse. Now, let me start off with, I get that some leagues are going to be different, and you might have a Saints homer that owns Kamara in your league, and he's not trading Kamara for anything. In some leagues, people don't trade at all. I can't help that, but what I can tell you is that most people that send me this message, or some variation of this excuse, are sending out 1, 2, maybe 3 offers. My approach to Dynasty trading and trading in general is to offer a massive amount of trade offers. All it takes is one owner to accept your offer and you're off to the races. You're on to the new wave of trade offers that you send out to better your team. If you send out 15 to 20 offers a week, which I know sounds crazy, but I do that in some leagues, and they all favor you. You've constructed these offers to your benefit, so you don't care which one goes through. You are asking for more than you are giving in your mind. And all it takes is one accept. All it takes is the right combination of a person being disappointed in a player. Let's say it's Hopkins, let's say it's Kamara, let's say it's Mike Evans, let's say it's Pat Mahomes, and this owner is about to win money, and maybe they don't even want to play next year, but they haven't told anybody. So they're willing to trade the future for a chance to win money. You don't know that. Unless you offer enough trade offers out there to get one accepted, you won't know if you dropped the ball or sat on your hands thinking, oh, well, I sent out one trade offer and he wasn't very interested. Ask yourself this question. How many times have you asked somebody to do a trade, you didn't think they'd do it, and you see the email come in, trade accepted, and you're like,
oh my God, I didn't think he'd accept that.
It happens all the time, right? It happens every year. So unless you've sent out 10 to 15 offers, I don't want to hear this. I want you to go out, get to work, and try and buy low on Hopkins, try and buy low on Kamara, try and buy low on Mahomes, Mike Evans, all of these guys. The big 4 here are foundation blocks for a Dynasty team. And these other guys are secondary pieces that can help solidify your future in Dynasty. The key takeaway from this video is offer a massive amount of trade offers if you're in the business of trading to improve your team. Some of you aren't avid traders. I get it. No problem. But if you like trading, if you want to trade into a different team, if you want to rebuild via trade, and your excuse is, I made offers, nobody wanted any, and you're going to give up there, you haven't got creative. Maybe you haven't done enough 2-for-1 type offers. Maybe you've needed a wide receiver for one whole year and no one will trade with you in this Dynasty league. Do what I did. I had a league where after I won an expert league and assembled a really amazing team without any wide receiver help, I had a very bad group of wide receivers, from my top wide receiver to my 3rd wide receiver. But I had Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara, and Barkley, and I couldn't get a wide receiver for anything. I tried all year and all offseason, couldn't get a deal done. I said, you know what? Back to the drawing board. No one is trading me a wide receiver, so I'm going to ignore that position even further and go get myself a 3rd running back to toss onto my 3-headed monster strategy with Deshaun Watson. I have Deshaun Watson, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, and Christian McCaffrey with no wide receivers. I would not have landed Christian McCaffrey if I kept on course saying I'm going to trade for a wide receiver. I need a wide receiver. My team needs a wide receiver. I got to stay on the course. I have to trade based on team need. Who cares what wide receivers I have when you have McCaffrey, Kamara, Barkley, Deshaun Watson? I'm going to be okay. I'm going to field my sleeper wide receivers over time. That foundation will set me up for a decade. So think outside the box if you run into a wall, if you run into a situation where no one's trading with you at the position of need. What you're doing isn't working. No one is being helpful. Mix it up. back to the drawing board, come up with something new. Come up with an idea or angle you haven't yet attacked. I spent a year trying to get a wide receiver because I thought that's what my team needed. But instead of using Lev Bell, Damian Williams when he had value, Phillip Lindsay to get a wide receiver, to try and get that Hopkins or that Mike Thomas, instead of wasting my time, spinning my wheels, continuing to meet resistance, I said, you know what? I'm going and getting another top 5 running back. And I dealt all 3, Damian Williams while he had amazing value, Lindsay and Lev Bell, all for Christian McCaffrey. This is an expert league. It is one of the most competitive expert leagues that I'm in. And again, my team is Watson, McCaffrey, Kamara, Barkley, and I got John Brown, and that's about it at wide receiver, and you start 3 of them. But I'll develop those over time, and it was the right move to make. It was the only move to make, and it was the move that got my team in the best position to win for a decade to come. Get creative and offer a ton of trades to every owner. It only takes one.
Sleep. You. Learn about it. Woo!
Top 5 running back.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.